The afterlife is a very mysterious and still not fully understood concept that has fascinated and even haunted humanity for centuries. It has inspired countless myths, legends, and religious beliefs, yet remains a complete mystery that eludes our understanding. What happens to us after we die? Is there an afterlife, or do we simply cease to exist? Let us try to find out. One of the most commonly reported experiences that suggest the existence of an afterlife is the near-death experience, or NDE. This is an experience that some people report having when they are close to death or have been revived after being declared clinically dead. The experience usually involves a feeling of being outside of one's body, encountering a bright light, or seeing deceased loved ones. Studies have shown that these experiences are reported across different cultures and religions, suggesting that they may be a universal experience. One of these studies was conducted by Dr. Kenneth Ring and Dr. Sharon Cooper, where they interviewed 102 people who had experienced NDEs. They found that 92% of the participants reported a sense of peace and well-being during their experience, and 81% reported encounters with deceased loved ones or spiritual beings. Aside from the bright light and deceased loved ones, many people from different cultures reported seeing a mysterious guiding figure. One famous example of this is the story of Dr. Eben Alexander, a neurosurgeon who claimed to have had a near-death experience and saw a mysterious guiding figure during his time in a coma. He described the figure as a beautiful woman with sparkling blue eyes who guided him through a vibrant and colorful realm.
But as his body lay in that hospital bed with no recognizable brain activity, Dr. Alexander says he had already begun an astounding journey. A journey to a place he'd said didn't exist.
You described this world as hyper-vivid.
The colors were extremely vivid. Millions of butterflies and these flowers blooming, blossoms opening as we flew by.
There was a person guiding you, a beautiful girl, as you describe her. Tell me what she looked like.
A wide smile, high cheekbones, and absolutely gorgeous, clear blue eyes. She never said a word to me. She would look at me and the thoughts would come directly in.
In 1991, a woman named Pam Reynolds underwent a risky brain surgery. During the surgery, her body was cooled to a temperature of 60 degrees Fahrenheit to induce clinical death. However, she reported being able to hear and see everything that was happening around her during the surgery, including conversations between the medical staff. When she regained consciousness, she was able to provide details about what the doctors were saying and doing, despite being clinically dead. All of these cases provide very strong evidence for the existence of the afterlife, yet some people are still skeptical about them and insist that all of these experiences can be explained by psychological processes, such as the brain's response to stress or trauma. However, there's one case that stands out from the rest, a case that provides a very compelling and actually chilling proof for the existence of the afterlife, one that cannot be easily explained by the brain's response to trauma. Let's talk about reincarnation a bit. Reincarnation is the belief that after death, a person's soul is reborn into a new body. There have been several cases of children who claim to remember past lives and have been able to provide detailed information about their previous lives that they could not have possibly known otherwise. One of the most famous cases is that of James Leininger. James was a 2-year-old boy who began having nightmares about being a pilot named James Houston, who was shot down during World War II. He would talk about the aircraft carrier he was stationed on, the planes he flew, and even the name of the pilot who shot him down. After extensive research, it was discovered that all of the details that James Leininger provided were chillingly accurate. There was indeed a pilot named James Houston Jr. who was killed in the same exact way that James Leininger had described. Did James Leininger live a past life? Some skeptics may argue that James may have overheard adults talking about these events or that he had seen a documentary or read a book about them. However, there is no evidence that James had been exposed to this information before his dreams and memories began. Additionally, the specific details that James provided, such as the name of the aircraft carrier and the type of plane, were not widely known or readily available in the public domain. While the story of James Leininger cannot be considered conclusive evidence for the afterlife or reincarnation, it is by far the strongest proof for reincarnation and the afterlife. The specific details that James was able to provide cannot be easily explained by science, and the case raises intriguing questions about the nature of consciousness, memory, and the afterlife. There may be more to life than what we can see and experience in our physical world. Near-death experiences, reincarnation, mediumship, etc., all provide intriguing evidence that there may be something beyond our physical existence. Whether or not you believe in an afterlife is ultimately a personal belief, but it is always fascinating to explore the possibilities of what may lie beyond. I hope that you found this video informative and thought-provoking. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel and giving it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you never miss an update. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.